You think victory is won on the battlefield. You are wrong. The greatest victory is the one that requires no battle at all. You have been taught that success is a product of confrontation, that to win a promotion, you must outwork your rival. To defeat a competitor, you must launch a better product. To win a negotiation, you must have the stronger hand. This is the way of the brute. It is costly, risky, and a sign of strategic failure. The true master of strategy does not seek the clash of swords. They do not engage in the shouting match across the boardroom table. They operate on a higher plane of influence. They understand that a contest is won long before the field is ever taken. The opponent who is defeated in mind, in spirit, and in position has already lost. The subsequent physical contest is a mere formality, an unnecessary one. This is the central teaching of Sun Tzu, not simply to win, but to win with such overwhelming strategic superiority that the opponent's will to fight dissolves. It is the supreme art of war, to subdue the enemy without fighting. And these principles, forged in ancient conflict, are more potent today in your career, your business, and your life than ever before. We will not discuss battlefield tactics. We will discuss the architecture of victory itself. We will deconstruct 3 of Sun Tzu's most profound strategies for achieving this ultimate form of dominance. Listen closely. This is not about fighting smarter. It is about making the fight irrelevant. Our first principle addresses a common error: the belief that individual effort is the sole determinant of success. Imagine this. A colleague is competing with you for a promotion. They are diligent, aggressive. They arrive earlier than you, they leave later. They ensure their work is visible to management, a constant and public display of effort. Your instinct is to match them, to enter into an arms race of hours worked, a war of attrition for visibility. This is a fool's errand. You are playing their game, on their terms. You are on the battlefield. The correct approach is to dismantle their alliances. By focusing on your rival, you have ignored the true landscape of power. An organization is not a hierarchy. It is a network. Your colleagues' strength is not just their own work, but the support, information, and goodwill they receive from others. Their perceived value is a reflection of their connections. To attack them directly is to strengthen their resolve. To isolate them is to render their efforts meaningless. Sun Tzu states, "The next best is to disrupt his alliances." This is your objective. While your rival is chained to their desk, you will move through the network. You will build rapport with heads of other departments whose projects intersect with yours. You will offer assistance and insight to peers who are struggling. You will become a source of valuable information, a reliable node in the flow of communication. You will strengthen your bonds with the very people your rival needs to succeed. When the time for decision comes, management will not see one person who works long hours. They will see one person who is an isolated performer and another who is an indispensable hub of collaboration and influence. You have not fought your colleague, you have simply removed their foundation. Their long hours become a sign of inefficiency, not dedication. Their victory has become untenable. That is the nature of this strategy. Our second principle confronts the direct challenge, the head-to-head competition that seems unavoidable. Consider a rival company. They launch a new product that is a direct competitor to your own. It has similar features, a competitive price point, and a significant marketing budget. The market perceives you as being in a direct fight. The conventional response is to retaliate in kind. You cut your price. You rush a new feature to market. You double your advertising spend. You have now entered a bloody, expensive war that erodes your margins and exhausts your resources. Even if you win, you are weakened. The superior path is to attack their strategy. Their strategy relies on a specific set of assumptions, that the market values certain features, that a certain price point is attractive, that the battle will be fought on this ground. To engage them here is to validate their plan. You must refuse the battle they have offered. You must make their plan obsolete. Sun Tzu's wisdom is clear. Thus, the highest form of generalship is to balk the enemy's plans. You do not attack their product. You attack the logic that underpins it. While they are focused on a feature-to-feature comparison, you will change the conversation entirely. You pivot your marketing to emphasize a quality they cannot compete with: your superior customer service, your brand's heritage of reliability, or the seamless integration of your product into a wider ecosystem. You pre-announce a next-generation version of your product that makes their new launch look like yesterday's technology. You create a new standard that they are not equipped to meet. The rival company finds itself with a perfect answer to a question nobody is asking anymore. They have spent millions to win a battle you are no longer fighting. You have subverted their entire strategic purpose without engaging in a costly direct conflict. Their strength has been turned into a monumental waste of resources. If you are finding this strategic mindset valuable, a subscription to this channel ensures you never miss a lesson. Our third and final principle for this lesson addresses the dynamics of negotiation and psychological leverage. You are in a negotiation. The other party appears to hold all the cards. They have more capital, more market share, a stronger legal position. They enter the room with an air of inevitability, presenting their terms as a foregone conclusion. Your position seems weak. Your impulse might be to concede, to accept the best deal you can get under duress. Or worse, to posture with a false strength they can see right through. Both are paths to defeat. The strategic imperative here is to upset their composure. An opponent who is calm, confident, and operating from a prepared script is invincible. Their strength is derived from their emotional and psychological equilibrium. They have anticipated your moves and have a response for each. Your task is not to counter their arguments, but to shatter their composure. You must introduce chaos into their orderly world. Sun Tzu advises, if your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him. If he is arrogant, attack his pride. This is not a call for childish insults. It is a directive for surgical psychological disruption. When they present their unassailable data, ask a quiet, incisive question about a minor detail they have overlooked. Force them to break their flow and defend a point they considered trivial. When they make a grand, non-negotiable offer, meet it not with a counter-offer, but with silence. Let the silence stretch. Let it become uncomfortable for them. Humans abhor a vacuum. They will rush to fill it, often with concessions. Introduce an unexpected variable. Request a stakeholder they did not anticipate be brought into the discussion. Suggest a completely different framework for the deal's structure. Each action is a small crack in their armor of certainty. Their script becomes useless. Their confidence wavers. They shift from a position of dominance to a state of confusion, eager to restore order. And in that moment of disquiet, they become malleable. The strong position they walked in with has evaporated, replaced by a pressing need to simply conclude the matter. You did not attack their position, you attacked the mind that held it. These are not mere tactics. They are a fundamental reorientation of your approach to conflict and competition. To dismantle alliances, to attack strategy, to upset composure. In each case, the goal is the same. You are not meeting strength with strength. You are identifying the source of your opponent's power, their network, their plan, their mindset, and you are neutralizing it. The greatest victory requires no battle, because the war is won in the preparation. It is won in the analysis. It is won in the mind. The visible world of competition is merely the last and least important stage. By the time others see a contest, you must have already secured the outcome. This is the path to quiet dominance, not the roar of the lion, but the silent, inescapable pressure of the python. It is the victory that preserves your resources. enhances your reputation, and leaves your opponents defeated, often without them even understanding how it happened. Which of these tactics will you apply first? Let it be known in the comments below. Your declaration is the first step toward mastery. Subscribe and join the ranks of those who command rather than compete. On your screen now are further lessons in strategic mastery. Choose your next step wisely.